Hi guys, and welcome to the Aging Games. Today I'm going to talk to you about protein sparing modified fast, PSMF for short, and my experience with this type of fasting. If you watch my previous videos, you may have seen that I'm really into fasting. I'm actually writing a new book about fasting. It's going to be called The Fasting Bible, where I will cover every different type of fast under the sun. So this was new to me because I literally have tried everything: water fasting, dry fasting, alternate day fasting, intermittent fasting, anything you can think of, I have tried it. But so far I have not tried PSMF. So this is my first time. And I feel like I've been a bit bloated lately. I've had a friend here for a couple of months and then my parents, and we've just been out too much restaurant food. So even though you're making keto choices in a restaurant, it's still not going to be the same thing as when you're making something at home. And of course, a little bit of treat, a little bit of ice cream here and there. So I just felt like I really needed to get back on track. And I've read a lot about PSMF for my friend Maria Emmerich. She's very, very popular in the keto community. You may have seen her. She has a website called Keto Adapted and a lot of cookbooks and books and everything. So she really, really motivated me to give this type of fasting a try. Now, what is PSMF? Basically, what you're doing is you're having only pretty much protein. So it's a type of keto diet, but it's a variation on the keto diet. And it's not something that you do in the long term. It's something that you do just in the short term. It's like an alternate to water fasting. And what you do is basically you're eating protein, about 800 calories a day. You're eating lean protein. So this is kind of different from keto in a sense that you're not doing high fat at all. In fact, you're limiting your fat intake. You're not adding any additional fat to the protein. So if you're having lean protein like chicken breast, lean beef, ground beef, things like that. You can also have fish and seafood, but you're not really adding any fat to it. So only the fat that is naturally contained. So you're about 10-20% fat when you're having these kinds of lean meats and fish. And you're having pretty much zero carbohydrates. You can have some vegetables, but these would be like non-starchy vegetables, no potatoes, no carrots, nothing like that. What I've been doing is just a couple of slices of cucumber with my meat pretty much, but you can have other vegetables like asparagus, broccoli, things like that if you like those kinds of things. But the key is to stay under 800 calories. So what this fast does, first of all, it's called protein sparing because it's going to be preserving your muscles. So a lot of people that are advocating this type of fasting will tell you that water fasting will cause muscle loss in the long term if you're doing longer fasts. I haven't personally experienced this, and I have done longer fasts. I've done 10-day water fasts and I haven't experienced any muscle loss. Maybe I'm being lucky. I don't know how other people are reacting to it, but I do stay fit and active, so I'm sure that helps as well. Basically, the premise behind this, and a lot of bodybuilders are doing this type of fasting, is because it will help preserve muscle because you're eating so much protein. Now, how much protein do you actually need to eat? Well, what they say is you need 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh. So basically, a 150-pound person, that would be about 72 kilos, I think, more or less. They would need about 150 grams of protein, which is quite a bit if you think about it, because you're not looking at, for example, if a chicken breast is 100 grams, that's not all protein. There are other things. There's water, there's fat, there's other things in there. So you really have to look at how much protein you're getting in the meat that you're eating. And you need to aim for like I said, as an example, for example, 150 grams of protein for someone of an average weight. So you might want to split that up into 2 or even 3 meals. Now, this is my 3rd day doing PSMF, and I have to tell you that the first day was really hard. I would say even harder than some water fasts I've done, or some, especially dry fasting. I find dry fasting quite easy. What I found is right away in the morning, when I didn't put the whipped cream, the huge whipped cream that I normally put into my coffee, I was really hungry afterwards. Like normally that coffee sustains me until the afternoon and I'm not hungry at all. But because I didn't have the cream in it, I only had my collagen powder in my coffee in the morning, I was really hungry like an hour later. And, I had like an egg, a little bit of turkey salami, and then for lunch I had some chicken breast, a few slices of cucumbers, and then at nighttime I had some chicken liver, again with some cucumbers. I'm trying not to have any dairy right now because I want to accelerate the weight loss, and dairy can be a problem for a lot of people. So I'm not having dairy. I'm really just having the protein and very little vegetables to go along with it. And I've been eating 3 times a day since I've been doing this because I do get hungry. I normally eat a very high fat diet, it. So fat really helps to sustain me. And I think my body's really missing the fat. I've definitely noticed a difference in performance or in my energy levels. So in the absence of fat and carbohydrates, you really don't have as much energy as you would normally. So for example, when I'm out hiking or biking or doing my exercises, I feel the difference. I feel that I don't have the same type of energy that I would normally have. What you do with PSMF is that you don't really do it on the long term. Some people do an extended one, for example, bodybuilders when they're getting ready for competition, or someone that is very obese and they need to lose a lot of weight for example, surgery or something like that, and they need to lose weight quickly. They might do several weeks. You can use this sort of as a regular fasting thing, but you wouldn't do it for like a week or 2 weeks. What they recommend is a day or two every week, and then go back to your normal eating so that you don't slow down your metabolism. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Well, I'm on my 3rd day, so I will do 3 days initially just to see how it goes. I will go back to my normal eating tomorrow, and then next week I plan to repeat it and do at least another day or 2. Now, like I said, the first day was kind of hard. The second day was fine, and now on the 3rd day I'm really fine. I think my body has really adapted to it. I think if you're not coming from a keto diet and you're not coming from ketosis, it might be more difficult to adjust to it. I do have to say that the first night after the first day, I peed so much. I was on the toilet like 2-3 times during the night, which is unusual for me. And I was getting rid of so much water. So there must have been a lot of inflammation in my body, maybe because I overdid the carbs a little bit in the past few months. So I could definitely feel it in my body as well, that I was more bloated than normally. So definitely this diet is helping to get rid of the inflammation, to get rid of the bloating. And it's just something really, really fun, something new to try that I've never tried before. Even though PSMF promises very rapid weight loss, you have to keep in mind that this type of fasting is not for everybody. They don't recommend this type of fasting for anyone who is at their ideal weight or very close to their ideal weight. It's not really necessary to do this. It is great for anybody that's been stalling on their weight loss for a long time. I've heard of a lady who was on the keto diet and they plateaued, and for like 2 years they haven't lost anything. And then through this type of fasting, they were able to start losing weight again very quickly. So it's great for someone that's stuck on a plateau, but not really good for anyone who doesn't really need to lose that much weight. And also, it's not good for anyone who suffers from eating disorders, because this can just set off a new pattern of, calorie restriction and eating less and less. And it can get addictive because you do lose weight so quickly. Now, as far as my weight loss, I don't know how much I've lost because the scale is not my friend. So I haven't been on it for months. I don't want to. But I do notice a difference. I mean, I still have the belly bloat. Not sure what's going on with that. But definitely, like my thighs, I just do measurements. I measure my arms, my thighs, and my waist on a regular basis. And there has been a difference in my arms and also in my legs. The waist a little bit, yes. So that's moving as well. So I'm hoping that by tomorrow I will definitely see a difference. And then if it's something that I can do on a regular basis, 1 or 2 days every week, then I'm pretty sure that it's going to make a substantial difference. So guys, if you have anything to share with me, because like I said, I'm totally new to this. So if you have any tips or anything for me on, how to optimize this type of fasting, or if you have an experience, if it worked for you or if it didn't work for you, please do share below, because I always love hearing from you guys. And if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more from me, please don't forget to like and subscribe and to hit the little bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video. Guys, please also check out my new book with over 100 anti-aging tips and hacks, especially for ladies over 50. Thanks for watching, guys.